dearly love to help a fellow craftsman, but... Well, actually, I suppose you could give him this.
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he sounds, he'll know what he's looking at.
You sure?
Well, you did save my life. And thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide I can carry. I'd say it's the least I can do. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself, that is. But there are rules against it. Secrets of the trade and whatnot.
In that case, I'll see that he gets it.
I'd be much obliged if you would. Right. I've got some greaves to make. You send your blacksmith my regards.
Will do. And thank you. Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
And with a bit of luck, Clive might even find the geezer.
Bloody.
How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
I found him. And he asked me to give you this, along with his regards.
You're joking.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble understanding how it was done.
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. He's layered and cross-grained it. Good few times, too. No wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is fine work. Even finer than I thought.
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Just looks like leather to me. Still, I'm glad you're happy. Here, Clive. You didn't happen to catch the fella's name, did you?
Camille, I believe.
I thought as much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor. And again, most leather workers are. But our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret, the details of which are the subject of some debate in the leather-working community.
Then we better keep this close to our chests.
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Should have kept my moaning to myself. Still, I'm glad you found him. This has cheered me right up.
That was the idea. Clive's idea, anyway. He did most of the work.
It's good to have you back, Blackthorn.
Just don't expect me to go turning out work like this. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And that's how he gets them to layer up so nicely. And don't get me started on how much oiling this leather would need. But I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a curse breaker will have no trouble caring for. Anyway, enough narrowing. I've got work to be getting on with.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one out there. Nah, it wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his cups. Right, now that's sorted, I've got duties to attend to. Thanks, Clive. You've given me my mate back.
Back, are you? So, will it be? How am I meant to do that then? Yeah, that should do you. No scratches, right? You can thank me later. Anything else?
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Not all of the nobles made it out alive.
Otto, is now a good time?
It's not a bad one. How's Jill doing?
Ah, she's been better. Ty is making sure she gets the rest she needs.
Good.
Any word on Kupka's movements?
Vivian's doing what she can to try and track him, but she's feeding on scraps. We've sent ours out to the curse breakers and their other friends in the west, asking them to keep their eyes peeled for anything unusual. No leads yet, but it's only a matter of time.
All right. Let me know when you find something.
There he is. All right, Clive. Still busy saving the world.
Mid. When did you get back?
Just now.
What about your studies?
Adjourned. Since Hugo Kupka invaded Rosaria. All the canvas in uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue. It'll be us next. You try concentrating with all of that.
All right, you win.
How long will you be staying this time?
Dunno. A while, most likely. Any road, while I'm here, I was hoping you could do us a favour.
Mid. You can't just expect me to...
Please, oblige her. While we are busy tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
I did, till a familiar trill pricked my ears. As ever, your exuberance is a breath of fresh air, which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
I'll take that as a compliment. Well, Clive, you heard the professor. So, I'll meet you in the storeroom when you're done.
Wait, hold on. Breath of fresh air. Bloody tempest, more like.
Oi, Otto, you got my gill?
Huh? What are you on about?
My fee for bringing Mid across. She said you were paying.
That little...
The storeroom, was it? I wonder what Mid's plotting.
When I get my hands on her.
Hey, what's up? How have you been?
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
You took your time.
I'm a busy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while.
Here.
Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me everything he knew about it. Then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't.
I'm in the same, been busy with school. I've been playing this on my own time. I've streamed it like once or twice, but it's a good game.
I've studied enough. It's time I put my knack to work.
I was playing Kiwami 2 for a bit, but I got kind of Yakuza'd out.
Right?
But
You'll be staying.
I think I'll finish Kiwami 2 after I'm done with this game. This one's a big one.
I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
For me?
Who else?
Oh, nice. You got a drawing tablet?
First things first, I need equipment and materials.
Have you made anything with it yet?
There's the
Yeah, the
design
Majima
and
pirate
the
game.
stuff that he's smithing from.
Great
The
timing.
other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me.
That one I'm definitely gonna
I'll
play.
need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let you know if I need out else.
And it looks like the style of the older games, meaning the ones that we've been playing,
Where to start?
not
Materials and
RPG
tools. That means
stuff.
carrying black
I haven't played the RPG games, but they don't really look that appealing, if I'm being honest, from the little I've seen. But maybe I'll turn around once I actually get to them.
Yeah. What's everyone whispering about?
But it's funny, they have summons and stuff, like little cutscenes for each characters.
Jill looked white as a sheet when they brought her back.
Was wondering where you got to. Mid's back from Canva. Have you seen her?
Just now. She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and asked me to buy her some materials. Here's the list. Think you can find everything on there?
This lot. Would be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent. As for payment,
It's paid 100 times over by what that girl's done for us. If it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water, and that would have drained the life out of us long ago.
I think I'm entering a low period of the game.
thank you, Karen.
I've seen a playthrough of this game before. And I think I'm entering like the side quest,
Blackthorn, you busy?
the side quest
What
zone.
does it look like?
I have a commission for you. From
So a lot of the action
She
is
requires certain tools.
out of the way. This is a really great game and it's fantastic looking.
Do you think you can make them?
Only a few frame drops here and there, and I think that's more so the game than my PC. This is the game that I've been anticipating the most to see how much it kills my PC. There is a fight later on that I'll definitely stream. That is like
That just leaves the carpenter.
visual madness. But that's not for a few, like maybe another 10 hours from now. I would say I'm about 15 hours in, 15, 20. I don't know my exact count. I've also been playing Balatro, whatever you want to call it. Do you know about that one?
How do, Master Sid?
That one doesn't really seem like a stream game for me because I just kind of,
And she needs the aid of a skilled
I'm
carpenter.
just kind of quiet.
So naturally I thought of you.
If you like Isaac, I think you'll like Balatro. I can play a game of it right now, just to showcase it. Recently got a release on mobile.
I see.
It don't have to be me though, does it?
I compare it to Isaac, but it's not like Isaac at all, besides the premise of it being a roguelike.
That's right. And
It's a roguelike card game.
I'll ask Martha if she can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could do.
Speaking of Isaac, there was an update recently. Online multiplayer. There's still a lot more after the Beast. That game is huge. Here, let's play. I don't mind playing some Balatro right now. Alright, let me... My mouse is gonna be important here, so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. So I'll just start from the basics. You start off with the red deck, and you get an extra discard. Obviously there's an in-game tutorial when you first start up, but basically there are 8 levels and 3 rounds per level. You can skip the first 2 rounds. If you skip them, they give you little rewards, but you're trading that for the opportunity to get money and stuff, and sometimes the rewards aren't worth it. They're all RNG. And then the third graduating level, or the graduating round, rather, it has like a caveat where, in this case, I must play 5 cards each time I send my cards out. Or, because this is a card game, like, all the cards of the Diamond Suite are debuffed, meaning they don't give points, or something like that. So let's just start off with small blind. And here's your hand. You start off with 8 cards. You get a certain amount of discards, and you have to meet the score total within the amount of hands you have. So in this case, I want to discard these 3 cards so I can get better pairings. Now that I have 3 9s and 2 kings, Amogus, by the way, I can get a full house, and that scores more than what I would have gotten earlier, which would have been 2 pairs. That would have been the best thing I had before I discarded. Notice how there's a lower multiplier and lower points. And then where the game gets crazy is all the jokers there are. There are joker cards that you can rest up here. You have a maximum of 5, but you can get more than that with certain tricks. And every joker does something different. So in this case, I want to hack. It re-triggers the lower number cards. And I think I'm going to save my money for now. I'll do a big blind. Yeah, it's like poker with some twists in it. See right there, my joker triggered. It repeated the 5 and the 2. So I got a higher scoring. And then there's other types of cards that help with your multipliers or modify the cards in your deck. This is a Celestial card. So it upgrades anytime I get a 2 pair. Instead of base times 2, now it's times 3. And these are Arcana cards. These also do different things. For example, Strength. You'll be familiar with these because of Isaac. But, so like Strength, I can select 2 cards, and if I use this, this would become a 5, this would become a 4. If I want that for whatever reason. In this case, I'm just going to create a Joker. Gluttonous Joker and Lusty Joker. These do the same thing except for different suites. Yeah, tarot cards. And here I'm at the boss blind. So I have to shoot 5 cards each time. So if I just shoot these 4 cards, it's not going to score, but if I use an extra one, just as the free discard, it scores just fine. And here you can get modified cards. Sometimes they'll just be extra duplicates, but they'll often have seals, or it'll be like a glass card or worn out, and that signifies that it's a lucky card, and naturally those do different things too. So in this case, a red seal would trigger the card twice, and this stacks with my hack card as well because it's a 4. So this card would play 3 times with my current build. Recently there was an update so that there are different skins for each of the suites, and red is a Mogus. So the King, Queen, and Jack all have sus on them. Spades is the Witcher. Diamond is from Dave the Diver, and I don't remember what clubs are from. This card is pretty good because I've been getting a lot of 2 pairs. 2 pairs go crazy in this game just because it's often the easiest combination to get. Oh, full house. Very addicting game. It recently released on mobile too, so. 2 pair. Oh, awesome. I always hate this one. I always just shoot for the 5 highest. Okay. Oh, those are 2 queens, okay. No, yeah, I kind of regret buying it on mobile because my productivity has gone down significantly. Very addicting to see the numbers go up and the the score system set on fire. So now that I have 5 jokers, I can't purchase anymore, but I can sell the ones that I currently have. It hasn't come up yet, but jokers themselves can also be modified. You can get a foil joker, a holographic joker, or a negative joker, and each of those do different things. Stop playing balloons because it needed your full attention on later rounds. What did you use, like the, I forget what they're called, but the cannon monkey turret? Oh, see here, polychrome joker. So I'm gonna skip the blind, and now when I return to the shop, the first joker I see will be polychrome. Yeah, the Dartling Gunner. I like that one too, but I just set it on lock. So I'm gonna re-roll. And now this one is polychrome and it's free. Okay. I don't like either of these. I do like this card. Since I have a hack card, all these cards are going to replay. Oh, and here's the red seal card from earlier. It's finally showed up. Mega Buffoon pack. The mega packs you can choose to. Okay, so here's a foil card. Foil cards give you plus 50 chips no matter what, which is always nice. So I think I'm gonna get that. The stickers on the top mean I've completed a run using that joker. So I've beaten the game once using that Joker on that stake, white stake. Then there's red stake, which is higher, and I don't think I've beaten a run on a green stake yet, so I don't have any of those stickers. Three of a kind, and get rid of those two as well. Full house. Oh no. I have 2 3 of a kinds, but I'm just gonna play full house, since the maximum of cards you can play is 5. Here's a straight if I need it. Oh no, I'm out of hands actually, but I'm good. Okay. I should probably upgrade my full house. Earth is for full house, since I've been getting quite a few of those. And I'll also upgrade 3 of a kind. This gives me an extra discard. There are other vouchers that give you like more hands or a bigger hand size. So the maximum amount of cards you carry instead of 8 is 9. Sometimes you can go to 10. Kind of want to visit the shop, so I'm gonna not use that blind skip. But you can see how my cards are stacking up and scoring a lot higher now because of the jokers. I like this card a lot, but it's kind of whatever in my... Well, I can sell my hack. There are 150 jokers, and they have different rarities. So you're going to see some more than others. Of course, naturally common, you'll see the most. Then there are uncommon, and then there's rare. And then there's also legendary jokers. This is the only song in the game, but you never get tired of it. Run info, how many? Gotten 2 pairs the most. And I've gotten straights the second most. So I should probably upgrade my straights, right? Does this game have a modding community? I don't think there's mod support yet, but I won't be surprised if it does show up, because there's a lot of potential with, like, you know, jokers doing different things or different types of packs. the plant, so all face cards are debuffed. I can still use these queen cards for a 2-pair, but they're not going to add to the chip count. Oh, here are the other 2 queens. This card would have been nice early on, but it's kind of late to incorporate into my build. Not a fan of the water. I love this card, but my build is ass, so I can't use it. If you have cards that are worth more in your jokers, then the sell value goes up, and the total sell value gets added to your multiplier, but these are all pretty basic cards. I'm gonna get the Hanged Man. I like to destroy the 2s and the 3s. Ooh, 4 of a kind. Egg. I like egg. I have not gotten this card before. Played cards with spade give 50. Okay, so all spade cards are basically treated as foil. But I'm not gonna sacrifice my build just to get it. Let's see what this pack has though. Plus multipliers are nice, but the actual ones that multiply your total mult is what you want. That's how you get crazy high numbers. No. This is not Final Fantasy May Cry 16. Nope. I'm showing Anagram Ballatra. I'm gonna go back to 16 right after this. I'm just doing one run that happens to be quite successful. +1 hand size, awesome. Now a negative shows up. Negatives are cool because you can add, if you get a negative joker, you can add it to your selection of jokers even if you have a maximum. So it'll be 6 out of 5 or instead of 5 out of 5. Negative jokers are always nice to have. So this is the final boss. Final bosses have different criteria than normal boss blinds. So you're not going to see like, oh, disables the diamond suite here. This one, it's different. For example, sometimes it'll have you need to sell one of your jokers, or, but until then, all of your cards are debuffed or something crazy like that. Did Square manage to make a good port? I've had a couple of frame drops in some areas, usually in crazy cutscene areas, but it's been a good experience so far. I'm like 15 hours in right now. I do think I need... This is my last shop visit. Hermit. Okay. I'm gonna sell that one. This card is better, but there's a chance that it gets destroyed. I want my negative. I don't know if this build is enough to reach 100,000. I need to get rid of those twos. Just gonna use my hangman. Oh, my trousers. This is no more than $12. It's probably less. You can probably get it on, what's that site called? G2G for less. Where you buy Steam keys for less. G2A, yeah. That's where I got my copy. Don't tell the devs. I'm not gonna make it. Ooh. I haven't been getting a lot of face cards that score high. Oh, no. No, there's no way I'm getting 50,000. Rip run. The craziest players are able to get numbers that have like the E incorporated in them. You know that digit? I don't even know what the hell it's called. But you can go very high up. Once you beat the boss, you enter endless mode. And the total starts scaling really high. But anyways, that is Balatro. Exponential, yeah. I definitely recommend it. Okay, I have almost 20 hours in Final Fantasy 16. This game is the most mature Final Fantasy. So, like, there's not a lot of...
Clive, what brings you to the rest?
I mean, there's chocobos and moogles in this game, but, like...
Find itself in need of an extra card.
It's not like Final Fantasy VII,
I
where...
wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he
It's a
don't.
bit more
We're all friends, ain't
tropey.
we?
Thank you, Martha.
Anime
You know where I might
tropes
find
and
it?
stuff like that.
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
Lots of genocide and stuff in this game. I should be laughing when I mentioned that. You know what I mean.
Stay sharp. Standards down.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
This game's very weird in terms of
Come on.
it's the Mother 3 of Final Fantasy. Yeah, I would say Mother 3 has a lot of cutesy stuff going on. But I know what you mean compared to Earthbound and Mother. Mother 3 would probably be rated T. Isn't Earthbound rated T? Or is it E10?
Enough of you, are there?
I think I'm in the wrong area. Oh, yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, this game's very weird and it handles its frame rate. So the monitor I'm playing it on currently has a maximum of 75 frames, but my other monitor can go 160, and it plays that just fine. But the cutscenes drop to 30, and at first I thought it was like my computer compensating or something, but no, that's just how the game works. Are these Xbox buttons? I'm using a Switch Pro controller.
And the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now?
Yeah. Dem Joy-Con drift and Pro-Con.
Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I? Before we go?
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves. But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with thieves. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you? Any chance you could...
It's the least I can do.
Well, thank you kindly. And take care.
This shouldn't take long. This one.
That move's always awkward to use. I have to hold my controller like a Nintendo 64 controller when I'm aiming. You aim with the right oh, I guess it's not as awkward as it... For some reason I thought you had to hold the button. But no, you can just press it. I like how in the bottom right you can see my mashing. I want to see Zach, dude. Like, my personal theory of what they're gonna do for Smash 6 is keep the base roster, but everyone gets an Echo. That way you can add a lot of characters, but technically not that much more work. I mean, it's still a lot of work, don't get me wrong. But it's not as crazy as a completely original moveset. That would add a lot of bloat, so maybe it's not the best idea. But it opens the window for like characters like Zack. Oh shit. Yeah, I just need him to drop Lucas, dude, so I can stop playing. Unless they make Marth good, or add Leaf. Then it's GG. They wouldn't add Leaf.
That should do it.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
Alright. I'll probably be here.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people started packing their things after the Duchy.
Regardless, thanks for
Between
watching.
the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make
See you
ends
when I
meet.
see you.
Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Oh, it may as well have been a century. Looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. As soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's on to your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
That should take care of its little list. There.
I love how fast this game loads, though.
All right, Clive, you've all done then.
I am.
Did you see that? That was like
Orders,
not even
and a
2
cop
seconds.
hunter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Arthur's Rest.
Yeah, mid.
Brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
She just got introduced.
Anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
I don't like a wind up. Hold to increase range can be used in midair. That's a funny move. Cloud is in this game. I have his sword. I was using it. It even has materia in it.
Ah, Clive.
Talia.
And then it just shows up in
How's Jill?
cutscenes.
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgor. He must have found something.
Oh yeah, dog became electric for some reason. I don't think they actually ever properly explain it. They just say, oh yeah, he does that sometimes. And then it's never touched on again. Because I don't remember Torgal doing anything rather important in the story besides that. No, besides being a good boy and all that, of course.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him? Like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other...
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernadette! I need you to introduce
I shouldn't be
yourself
laughing.
at work.
I shall be a moment.
and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot, starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them. Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
I wish
I think I'll wait till mid's away to take a tour for a dungeon.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy!
Uncle.
Cask and stoke the ovens for your favorite uncle is here!
Best character in the game.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can. And once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would, of course, prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Prepare for battle.
Sire.
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Grieger forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
The little ones have been up to their old... It's just one thing after another around here.
Ah, my dear nephew, how I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wayne. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, Come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her royal navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Ein Herjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift, and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed, days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waluders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Candlewood on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned, and where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalimil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalimil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure. I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark them well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands. Over here!
Oh, hey, sorry, I didn't see your messages. I was just kind of zoning out. Twitch chat is on my other monitor. Why don't I use melees? I don't know, I like the fireball.
Accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle.
Speaking of chocobo.
I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Run like the wind.
Yeah, I know, you get combos between fire and magic. How you been?
Who do you think those soldiers were?
So, Lord Cook has finally made his move.
Same. Been playing for a bit.
There she is.
Probably
The
gonna
good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has
stop.
given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before
Maybe
we
in
press
another
on?
half hour. Am I gonna get Sparking Zero? What is that? Is that the melee game Slippy Dudes made or making? That's my guess. I have no idea what that is. Dragon Ball? Do I look like I care about Dragon Ball? And don't say just because I'm Mexican.
Look there. Those are ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Luda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join
I don't
them?
know the first thing about Dragon Ball.
Run along and play now, Torgal.
Is there an echo? My voice or the game? Huh. Let me see. Why would it echo from my mic? I don't see any indication that it's...
What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
Uncle Byron is the goat. Yeah, I don't see any indication on my end that it's echoing. Unless it's like picking up from my headphones, which is crazy, if it is. Here, I'm gonna lower the volume. Shut up, Joshua.
Plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only... your ills.
Can you hear that?
No.
Is it still echoing?
We must press on. Prince Dion has returned
Like
to
they
his
did change
camp
at all?
and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this
That's
journey
crazy
and
that
I
it's
may never
picking
get
up my
another.
headphone.
You do understand that?
I'll fetch you some water.
Well, that might be my PC fan. Flickering might be my mouse. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm clicking a lot. I had no idea it was that sensitive. I have a really good quality microphone now. It's probably my computer fan. It is an Audio-Technica headset.
Keep watch.
For like
tell us. But all I see is sand.
Studio recording and stuff.
I hear they got
I had
our
to get a
guest
compressor
back
and
to the
everything.
Fang without any trouble.
No, it's a
We'll be
headset.
leaving
It's not
soon
a
enough.
microphone.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, we'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
Very high quality.
That'll be cooker, then.
I bought it secondhand, and secondhand it was still almost like $200.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
Is it a headset with a mic? Yeah, it's a headset with a mic.
Uncle?
Very sensitive microphone.
Sorry.
I'm gonna raise my volume a little bit. Because now it's too quiet for me.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
BPHS1. It's one of those companies that names their things arbitrary numbers and letters.
Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Thank you. Try it.
Let me just destroy these guys.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
That water looks
Now's our
delicious.
chance. Your Grace. right?
I'm fine.
Clive?
What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means. The wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Light it, for Gilbert's sake.
Anything I can help you with, travelers? Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No. I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience, believe you me.
Whatever this emergency is, they've shut down the whole mine.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly. Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furter knows.
Sweet incense! What wax candle?
Excuse me. Are you Furter?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think he trusts us.
Light it for Gilbert's sake.
1,000 gil for a measly bunch of Gazal trees.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Furter?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
The most fragrant herbs
The
and
finest fabric.
Is this the place?
Lubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mama to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you... So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle. I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil. Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer. A deposit? For what?
Information, my good man. Now, listen carefully.
Light meat and dark, fresh from the grill. Get it while it's hot. You wouldn't believe how much he gave me. What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
Good sir, you'll be
Finest fabrics, fresh from the capital.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
Let me treat you. I'm pretty flush these days.
Huh?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle? Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for
gaming indeed.
Pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
Of course.
The inn's a mess of blood-soaked splinters, thanks to you. I used to do things like this clean up in peace.
Let's go.
Faster!
I can walk from here.
By Ambrosia. Alright, how am I supposed to get to that side of town? Oh, right here. Some random rock separating it.
Ready, go?
my immersion.
I'll take it from here.
Okay, Uncle.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem. My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both! Get him!
It's not over yet, Uncle. Good. I'm just getting warmed up. Go for it.
Jesus Christ. This guy's getting wobbled.
This one.
More? No, not an evil chocobo.
Over here.
Level up, please? No, almost.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking Crystal's men for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Double the...
Here, wear this. Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Omia Lostelan. Tuisakelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Yay. It's been a minute since a level up. Hopefully we get to the action segment now.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
My carpets, it would make a fine. The juiciest meat from Green's Bed.
Plates and pots! Just look at the details. Ah, they've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
We should get going soon.
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubal?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Talmeki and Walud are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Come on. Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
It's a pretty environment. And it's short-lived. Just go straight to where we need to go.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the Twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know? Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
Bye, Uncle.
I'm coming for you, Kupka.
What are they stored? What has that gutter rat done to me? Out of my sight, witch! I'll kill you, Rossfield! I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead!
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust!
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
You mock me, Harbert.
Do you see, Hugo? You are weak.
Fuck!
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
Tell me, what must I do? Please, I'll do anything. Just tell me.
The heart.
What of it?
A Mother Crystal's heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you, Hugo?
Clive Rossfield stole your power, but others have suffered a similar fate, and still managed to find the strength to conjure their icon. Like Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
She did. Benedicta. Benedict. I'll do it. My love. I'll avenge you.
Run along now, Hugo. You need only follow the light. Muthos is here. Very well, it shall be so. You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
Let's bring them from Ash. Are the beastmen part of the Waluda army now? How the hell did that happen? They've spotted us. With me.
Ostrich fought. Orcish fought. Ostrich. I hate that one. fucking limit gauge bar.
Taking over the entire mine. So much for the men of the Rock. Dalmekia's finest.
Ow, get up. Slowly moving while he swings the sword. Alright, where to next? Lightning rod. $660.
further this way. Stairs. This must be the way out.
This one. Second.
Jesus. Okay. Mini boss time.
Oh, past this one. How did he get in here?
That was a cheap shot.
Over here. This one. Already. This one. Over here. Get him. Stick him. Oh, good. I needed that.
Fuck.
Stick him.
Fuck, man.
This one. Get him.
I have to finish this fight.
Nice try.
Heal, 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 heal.
Get him. This one.
Okay. Ooh. Sweet mama. Where next? No, not the pretty gate. Thanks, Torgal. Oh, I'm so dead.
By the flames.
Come on, Torgal.
Kupka never did do things by halves. As if taking the Mother Crystal for his own wasn't enough. He had to build his castle in it.
I should probably just die and let myself re-heal from the game over. I know there's gonna be a fight here.
Let the trial begin.
I love this song.
What the hell?
With me,
Oh!
Get him!
Yeah, just
failed.
Just kill me.
Go with me, Torgal. Get him! Go, Torgal! This one. Slow.
ton of damage.
Seems we're expected.
So this is the power of Muthos.
Did the orcs do this too? What the hell is going on? These things here for me. First orcs, now these nightmares. Is this your doing, Ultima? No mistakes.
Get him! This one! Sick him! Attack!
not the door? Or is it this door? What the fuck? This is where I came from, right? Yeah. Oh, big door. Everything's the goddamn same color.
You've been busy, Kupka. But where did you go? The heart. He's in the sanctuary. I can feel it. Come on, Torgal.
I was about to say, perfect place for a
Just what
battle.
I needed. That better be the last of them.
Benedicta, my everything. I've missed you so much. Kuka! I swear to you, my love, we will never be parted again.
What's wrong with him?
You got away from her!
Such a weird cutscene.
I'll kill you, Roswell!
Oh shit, he's priming. No, not now. Come on. Find him. You've done this before. You can do it again. Let the flames burn within you. No. Let them burn without. Come to me, Ifrit!
Best music.
you can do it. And so could I!
Brimstone. It's my favorite ice cream.
Let's give this a try. Not bad.
Oh, it has cool down. Any kit with brimstone is absurd. Unless it's like soy milk. No way. Oh, I know. Well, there's a couple of items that do that, but yeah, those are. It's so cool. continue him. Ball. Why am I dodging? Yeah. Guy was angry, so he ate drug, and now he's big. It's the essence of what's going on. Oh, and Guy also happened to be evil, which is why we're killing him. This is not even the final boss or anything. It's just one of many bosses. There's a boss that comes up that, like, you swear it should be the final boss with how explosive it is. I'll make sure to stream the game when that happens. Yeah, I'm still pretty far from endgame. I would say this is about halfway through the game.
I've got you now.
Very big game. Rock solid 75 frames. Which is honestly the thing I'm paying attention to the most. The stream can't see it, but my frame count is on the top left. Rock solid, no pun intended. How am I staggering him just from the stand? Jesus. Yeah, sure, that was a dodge. Oh shit, I overheated. Yeah, there's a couple of these kaiju fights in the game. So basically, if one thing that Final Fantasy is famous for is its summons in battles. Like, you might remember in 7, you saw any of that. I would sometimes summon these giant dudes that did like spells and stuff. Ramu, Shiva, whatever. In this game, they're actual people, and like they embody the spirits of them. So the main character, Clive, embodies Ifrit. Angry dude over here is the host for Titan, and so on. There's ones for Garuda, Ramu, Bahamut. Bahamut's the famous one. Oh, and also Odin. And Leviathan. So when these guys get really angry, they prime up. This becomes a monster battle. The summons are in Smash. There's Ramu, Leviathan, Odin, and Bahamut. Bahamut 0. In Midgard, when you collect the materia. It's those guys. All of them are in this game. I wish they added more hazards, but you know, there's a lot of things you can wish about Ultimate. No, that one missed. This battle just keeps going. Nope. He's still alive. Okay, just stays right through it. is going on? All of that for a measly 2,000 experience. Oh, God. Oh, my tinnitus.
Is that you, Ultima? What do you want?
Your soul is tainted with worthless human will, yet your thirst for power remains undiminished. With every sip you take, you grow in strength, and soon you shall achieve perfection.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will accept us, Mythos. It is inevitable. You were created for this purpose, and you shall serve it.
Never!
Fight it, Clyde! Don't let him in!
Consciousness. We see now. Human will is so insubstantial it cannot exist in isolation. You mitigate its weakness by interweaving it with your consciousness. We believed we had merely to purge you of your will to claim our vessel. It appears we first have to sever every thread of the consciousness that supports it. No matter. The time to build a new world is not yet upon us. We will contemplate.
Thank you, Joshua.
One can no more command the power of ether by drowning in its flood. and one can constrain the tides by standing in the sea. I had thought Hugo wiser than this, but it seems his head was full of rocks after all.
Titan was strong.
Your Majesty.
But Mythos is stronger. For 5 years, that man lived only for revenge. Clinging fast to a fiction, even as it swept him into the abyss. One cannot change one's nature through force of will alone. Only the Almighty can do that.
Hugo Kupka, the man who gave his life for a woman's head. A fool like all the rest.
The death of a mother crystal should be so beautiful.
Some medicine, my lord? I have salves, potions, anything you need.
Stop bothering me, urchin, or you'll feel the back of my hand.
You must consider your health, my prince. If a show of force is needed to keep the Dalmex at bay, you may trust in your dragoons. I beg you to call on Bahamut only as a last resort. His strength comes at too great a cost.
The Empire agreed to an armistice with the Republic, and yet the Emperor still plots its ruin. For now, the Dalmex suspect nothing, and as long as I can hold their gaze, war need not be inevitable. But more than that, Bahamut is the champion of the Empire. When our people look to the heavens, the sight of him gives them hope.
All right.
Forgive me, Terence. Would that you were my master. But alas.
I will always be your loyal servant.
Should the Council's brazen maneuvering prompt the Republic to tear up their own treaty and launch a new assault, our soldiers would advance to meet them, cutting across the Central Isles, but not in time to prevent their forces from breaching the southern defenses and storming Twinside. And so the capital would become a battlefield. Thousands of innocents would die. I cannot allow that to happen.
There is one small mercy, at least. You will not be forced to do battle with Titan.
Would that I could avoid doing battle at all.
1,000 pardons, Your Highness.
What is it?
Olivier has been made emperor. What is the meaning of this? My father's orders. What were they? Quickly!
Yes, Your Highness. His Radiance requests that Your Highness maintain position here and...
Ah! Terence.
Yes, my prince.
I must go to the palace.
I'll ready your steed.
What is it now?
Forgive the intrusion, Your Highness.
The congregation of twinks.
At ease. We stand in the presence of the Phoenix. You wouldn't want to get your fingers burned.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. Though I admit, I did not expect such a distinguished guest.
How many years has it been since the Remembrance ceremony? 20?
I thought you long dead. Do I address a ghost?
Many have told me that I look like one. But no. I'm alive. Just. Prince Dion of the House Lesage, I have a tale to tell you.
I'd better give Otto the good news.
Alright. I think that's a good place to stop after 3.5 hours. Thanks for watching. I'm going to monitor my progress to see when that epic fight, actually epic, not just le epic. It's a pretty amazing fight. I'll make sure that's on stream. Alright, have a good rest of your weekend. I'll see you next time.